Hey everyone! Up until the very last minute, I thought this was fake. But no, the Sussexes are actually moving back to Britain, and the kids are already enrolled in a local school. For 6 years, they screamed from the rooftops about how toxic the monarchy is, and now they're quietly booking flights back. The Megxit era is over. The Megxit era has just begun. The Great Return on their knees.
In our South Park-style parody, it all kicks off at a snowy bus stop in Colorado. Kyle stares at his phone, his eyes slowly going wide. Seriously? They sold Netflix 6 hours of whining, and now they're quietly grabbing economy seats to Heathrow? Ha ha! Dude, their Freedom flight just made an emergency landing straight into a puddle. The gravy train derailed, the money ran out, and now the mighty rebels are crawling back to Daddy for a check. And Cartman nailed it. Reality has already come knocking on the door of that California mansion. The Sussexes' big war against the press went down in flames. Judge Nicklin ordered Harry and his celebrity co-plaintiffs to pay the publisher of the Daily Mail £34.5 million in legal costs. Almost $10 million of that has to be ponied up right now. The judge put it bluntly, the prince's position was completely unfounded. And while Sir Elton John and the rest of them are sitting there in quiet horror, adding up what befriending a prince has cost them, Meghan instantly switches into Oscar-winning actress mode. Harry and Meghan need the public to forget about that humiliating debt fast, so they're feeding the press a brand new fairy tale. A great role is waiting for her in Britain. Oh, geez. Is it the role of a kind princess? Yeah, dude. The role of a professional victim, full-time. But reality turned out to be even funnier. Word leaked to the press that Meghan was seriously gunning for the lead role in Season 3 of Guy Ritchie's The Gentlemen for Netflix. Except there's one tiny catch. Netflix never even renewed the show for a 3rd season. Meghan decided to announce her triumph before the project even started filming. According to journalist Tina Brown, the news sparked massive backlash across Britain. The public made it pretty clear they'd sooner throw their TVs out the window than watch a show with the Duchess in it. In the end, the producers flat out refused to cast her. Ha ha! You guys, she managed to get fired from a show that doesn't even exist. That's her new personal record for flops.
But look at the pattern here. Every time they have a very public flop, they rush to cover it up with another shiny announcement. These two stopped dealing in results a long time ago. Now they deal in illusions. And honestly, I think Meghan is convinced that if a story plays well in the headlines, that counts as real success.
But while Meghan's PR people are cooking up fresh fairy tales, there's full-blown panic inside the Montecito mansion. As former Sussex employees admit, Harry simply doesn't know how to take care of business or act like a grown-up. Without his staff of royal secretaries and footmen, he's completely helpless. Freedom arrived, but nobody at Buckingham Palace ever taught him how to survive without servants. So these days, the prince mopes around a mansion with 16 bathrooms. Oh, hamburgers, so that's exactly 4 toilets per person. The former staff also dished on Meghan's behavior. Any criticism online wrecks her for a whole day. She won't get out of bed and immediately demands they sue whoever wrote it. At public appearances, she wants hired extras and barricades to create the illusion of an adoring crowd.
The way I see it, there's a simple reason for this panic. The California project has officially failed. This is their last chance to squeeze something out of Charles before William takes the throne and settles this once and for all.
They spent 6 years selling their grudge against the family, and the second that grudge stopped paying millions, they switched to selling the reconciliation. Pure business, zero shame. Ha! The best they can hope for in London is a cot in the Spencer's shed. But the Sussexes still have one last card up their sleeve. Archie and Lilibet. Just yesterday, Meghan assured Oprah that in England there's paparazzi behind every bush, and raising kids there is downright dangerous. And Harry swore he would never bring his family back to Britain. But the moment the California project stalled, The danger evaporated, and the kids were rushed into a British school. There's a double payoff here. On the one hand, it's a new excuse to demand free security paid for by British taxpayers, now that they've moved back to England. On the other, it's the perfect trap for Charles. The king is cornered. If he slams the door, the Sussexes will tell the whole world he's a heartless grandpa who abandoned his own grandchildren. If he lets them in, they'll immediately collect fresh gossip for their next Hollywood memoirs. Meanwhile, they'll be living in a private house on the outskirts of London, and the exact address is being kept in the strictest secrecy for security reasons. Although it'll stay secret right up until Meghan accidentally leaks her location to her pet paparazzi. You guys, Meghan's just gonna stick little arrows on the sidewalk pointing to her house so the photographers don't get lost. And the signature Sussex timing? That's a classic by now. The royal family barely got settled at Balmoral for their traditional summer break, and suddenly the press is reporting that the Sussex kids are coming back to Britain. The play here was simple and cynical. Catch the palace off guard in the middle of their vacation and drag all the attention back to themselves. Even the king himself only learned about these plans last Sunday, just a couple of days before the tabloids splashed it across their front pages. Nothing says love for the family like taking a massive PR dump right in the middle of their vacation. Word is, they're not having the happiest vacation at Balmoral right now. While those two whip up a media storm, Charles and William are clearly in no rush to throw the doors open. No royal residences, no security paid for by taxpayers, and no return to the firm. The most the runaways can count on is the occasional private meeting, and only if they get very lucky. The American contracts expired, the lawsuits crashed and burned, and nobody in Britain wants these runaways back. For 6 years, they sold the world the image of noble rebels and victims of the monarchy, and all they achieved was one thing: the public is completely sick of them. And here's the detail that says it all. Even the Sussex squad is lost. The very fan army that spent years defending every move Harry and Meghan made. Their idols spent years telling them Britain was completely unlivable. And now even their die-hard fans can't understand why their heroes are crawling back, which means the show has lost the last people who believed in it.
My big question right now is, how long will this new show last before the old whining starts up again? And what do you think? Is there still anyone out there who believes the Sussexes? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit like, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one.